I recently helped parents of a 13-year-old who has violent, destructive anger episodes. I want to share with you what I did in case there might be some ideas in here that might help you. I'm Dr. Scott Taransky. I'm a professor at Concordia University, where I teach the master's level parenting course to counselors, coaches, and social workers who are going to go out and work with families. This boy has destructive anger, and so he runs around the house, he destroys things, he harms people, and parents are just at their wits' end. And so we began to work together. We don't start with anger management. We start with learning how to follow instructions and learning how to be corrected. Of course, those things prompt anger many times in children. We're building some basic tools in this child's heart. But then, after we had those working, and so we're in week 5 of an 8-week program, and I start asking some more questions. Okay, where were you standing, and where was the child sitting, and what did you say, and what did the child say? And as I ask all these questions, I'm getting a picture here that in this family, this 13-year-old is the boss. And so mom, when she talks to her 13-year-old, gives him advice or asks him whether he wants to do something. So the verbiage that's being used is counterproductive to the whole process. So this child now believes that he can control the family, if nothing else, with his anger. And so we're going to make some changes. And so I suggested to parents, here's what you want to do. You want to find some tasks that this child needs to do, and you want to pursue these past the destructive tendencies. Don't give up at that point. Let's go past that and see where we can go with that. In other words, don't be afraid of your child's anger and allow his anger to hold you hostage to what you know is right. There were 2 tasks that needed to be done. One is he needed to take his laundry from the laundry room and put it away in his bedroom. A simple task, but they knew that he would react to that. The second one was that he had homework. He was on break, and that homework needed to be done by next Monday, and here it is Thursday. And so they've been delaying all week about working on the homework because he just says, don't worry about it, I'll get to it. But he's getting D's in his class, so they need to do more parental activity here in order to get things moving. So I suggested to him, don't be afraid of your son's anger. Yes, he might destroy some things in the house, but he's in more danger now because he believes that he is the one controlling the family. So they went to work that night. They said that they told him he needed to take his laundry up, and he says, I'll do it in a little while, which he then doesn't do it. But he said, no, they said, you need to do it now. And he starts getting upset and no, you need to do this. It's a simple task. You need to put your laundry away now. He refused, and he started ranting and going into his room and throwing things, and they opened his door after a few minutes. So we don't encourage parents to escalate with the child. You just say to him, you're doing the wrong thing, and walk away, which they did. And they came back 5 minutes later, and they said, hey, next thing that happens is you need to go do the laundry. And he gets mad again, but it's not working for him. So his anger episode isn't controlling these parents. And so this goes on for about a half hour, where they're not staying in there with him, but they're coming in and out to try to bring about some change. And after a half hour, this boy stops his anger tirade. He starts crying, which is much better. Sadness is much more effective than anger in anyone's life. And it was a sign that they were reaching his heart, that he was starting to settle. And they left him. They said, okay, I'm going to come back in a little bit here. Let's see how you're doing. And so he was more receptive to them coming in and give him a hug. And he said, I'm sorry. And they said, okay, now let's go and get the laundry and put it away. And he did it. And it's the beginning of what I think is going to be a major change in this family's life, because this child is not the boss of the family. Parents are learning how to interact with him and taking him past this level of exertion and anger in order to bring about change in his life. So maybe that's what you need. Sometimes we comfort a child in the midst of their anger. Sometimes firmness is the tool we use to take them past where they are controlling, to learn how to give in and do what they need to do. So consider that. There might be some ideas in there that will help you as you work with your child. Put some comments in the comments, and let's dialogue about them.